Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Chow with Lau, and this time we are doing egg fried rice. Right guys, today we are doing the classic egg fried rice. Now this is perfect to go with a lot of Chinese dishes, and I'm sure you would have had it from takeaways and restaurants before, and now I'm going to show you how to do it in your own homes. It's very simple, very quick and easy, but there are a couple of tips that I want to give you that will make the rice a lot better. Right, so for this recipe we're going to need some cold boiled rice, we're going to need an egg, a little bit of salt, some cooking oil and some light soy sauce. Okay, very simple, not that many ingredients. So let's get on with it. Get your woks ready. Right guys, the first thing you got to do is get your wok hot. Okay, and to that we're going to add 2 tablespoons of cooking oil, vegetable oil, corn oil, peanut oil, anything like that. Again, not sesame oil or olive oil, because those will burn. So we're going to get that really hot. This is really important, especially if you're using a carbon steel wok, because otherwise it's going to stick. But as in all Chinese wok cooking, the stir fry stuff, you got to get it hot so you can get it done quick. Okay, so we're going to get that as hot as we dare. And then we're going to add the egg, which I've beaten already. And I'm just going to pop it in like so. That'll start sizzling away, start puffing up. Okay, leave it for a couple of seconds. And then you can start just kind of breaking it up a little bit. Now you can turn the heat down a tiny bit and you've got yourself a little bit of an omelette going on. Okay, and the next thing we're going to add is the actual rice itself. I've got about 500 grams of rice. This will feed 2-3 people depending on your appetites. Now, this is where one of the first pro tips comes in. Do not get your rice straight from the steamer. Okay, what I've done with this is what we call overnight rice. I cooked it yesterday and then chilled it as fast as I could. Got it down to room temperature, preferably within 90 minutes. Okay, because obviously we don't want to risk any kind of food poisoning. And then as soon as you got it down to room temperature, stick it in the fridge. Now the reason why we do this is because hot, damp, moist rice will stick. And it'll be so hard to cook, and your fried rice will end up really stodgy, and it'll burn as well, which is not what we want. After you've left it in the fridge overnight, it dries out, and that makes it a lot easier to cook. Okay, so we're going to get the heat hotter, and then we can start tossing it. As you can see, it forms, as it cools down and chills in the fridge, it forms little lumps. So as we're working it through and tossing it, we can break these lumps up, because we don't really want big lumps of rice as we're eating. Okay. Now we'll just keep it moving and keep it hot, and away we go. Okay. Now at this stage, we can add a little bit of light soy sauce. Now this will give us some flavour and some colour. One of the common errors I hear people talking about is trying to actually brown the rice through cooking. And that's not how we do it. If you're browning the rice through cooking, you're burning it. So that's not a great thing to do. The colour of the soy sauce will make this into the desired kind of nice golden brown that you see when you've got a really good egg fried rice. Okay, and we keep stirring this through. And keep it moving. We've still got a high heat on. Domestic ranges, we've got to keep the heat on, because otherwise the wok will cool down and things will start to get a bit sticky. We need to keep it hot. With a non-stick wok like the one I'm using now, it's not so much of a problem. But of course, no non-stick pan stays truly non-stick, if you know what I mean. And if you're not careful, you're going to get a burnt, sticky mess, and we don't want that. Right, we are kind of getting there now. Timing for the actual cooking of this amount of rice is about 3 or 4 minutes, as long as you keep your heat on. I'm going to add just a little bit more soy sauce. And we keep stirring it, keep moving it. And you'll know when your rice is done when it loosens up on its own accord and it starts kind of dancing in the bottom of the pan. Kind of sort of vibrates. And you see the little individual grains of rice kind of jumping up. Okay, now when that's happening, we do the last bit, which is a little bit of salt. Okay, now the reason why I haven't added the salt in before is because, and my mum taught me this, and being a chef of her stature, who am I to disagree? But if you add the salt too early, it breaks down the rice and it starts to stick. Now, I'm not a chemist, so I'm not sure what's going on. I'm sure one of you can tell me the answer to that. But when the rice is cold, and if you add the salt, and as you're stir frying it, something happens and it kind of goes mushy, which we don't want again. So we add the salt right at the end. Just going to toss it a few more times, and there we go. Cool. I'm going to pop it in this bowl. Okay, and there you go. Now, you'll know if you've done it right because your pan should be fairly clean. No sticky bits. I know, like I said, I'm cheating because I'm using a non-stick wok, but I tell you, I've made mistakes before. I don't mind admitting it, and you'll still get a mess in the bottom of your non-stick wok if you've done it wrong. Okay? Excellent. And there you have it, guys. Egg fried rice. Right, guys, the proof of the pudding, as they say, is in the eating. So get your taste buds ready. That is spot on. It's still nice and light, it's moist, and the biggest thing is it's not too overpowering in flavour, because don't forget, this is supposed to be an accompaniment to your main course. Stick around for videos in the future where we're going to do more creative things with fried rice, adding meat, vegetables, whatever, to make a main meal or to make a more advanced kind of side dish to a meal. But for now, this is spot on. So guys, thank you very much for watching. If you've liked what you've seen, please think about liking and subscribing to our channel, and hopefully we'll see you in the future ones. Bye.